Namaste. Welcome back to Samskriti. We are in the last Sarga, that is Sarga 5 of Sundarakandam in the Adhyatma Ramayanam series. After dousing his burning tail, Hanuman went to see Sita and bowed before her and said, O goddess, give me your permission to go back to Sri Rama. He will come here along with his younger brother to see you very soon. Saying this, Maruti circumambulated Sita 3 times, and again, with folded hands, he addressed her, O noble lady, I am starting now. Good fortune will soon dawn on you. Accompanied by a huge army, Sugriva, Rama, and Lakshmana will be seen here in this city very soon. To that Hanuman, Sita said, I had forgotten about all my miseries on seeing you. Now, even you are going away. How can I now sustain my life without hearing about Rama? Hanuman replied, O goddess, if that be the case, and if you agree, then you can ride on my shoulders, and I shall take you to Rama's presence in no time. Then Sita said, Let Rama come along with the monkey army, drying the sea or bridging it with arrows, and kill Ravana in battle, and then rescue me. That will give him eternal fame, honor, and glory. Therefore, you go now. I shall somehow sustain my life. Being finally bid farewell by Sita, Hanuman made prostrations before her and then went to the top of the Trikuta mountain to launch himself to cross the ocean. In his effort to leap, Hanuman pressed his feet with such force on the mountain that the latter went deep into the bowels of the earth. With the speed of wind, he lifted himself up in the sky. Due to the force generated, that mountain, which was 30 yojanas in height, became almost level to the ground. While cruising through the sky, Maruti gave out a terrific roar. That sound reached the ears of the monkeys on the other side of the ocean, and in great joy, they all shouted together in return like an echo, realizing that Hanuman was returning from Lanka. They were filled with joy and exhilaration, and they cheered and applauded loudly. The monkey chiefs spoke to each other. This terrible thunderous roar itself shows that Hanuman has been successful in his mission and is returning. As they were speaking, Maruti descended on the top of a mountain and said to the monkeys, I have seen Sita and have destroyed Lanka and Ashokavana to rubble. I spoke with Ravana and am now returning after accomplishing my task. Now we shall go to the presence of Rama and Sugriva. All the monkeys were extremely delighted and they embraced him most cheerfully. Some even kissed his tail and others danced enthusiastically. After that, all of them accompanied Hanuman and went to Mount Prasravana where Rama was staying. While on their way, they happened to see Madhuvana, literally honey forest, which was under Sugriva's special protection. Then all the monkey leaders spoke to Angada, O brave one, we are all very hungry. If you give us permission, we would like to eat the fruits and drink the nectar like honey, which is abounding in this forest. After that, being contented and fed, we shall go and meet Rama and Lakshmana. Angada thereupon said, O monkey chiefs, here is Hanuman, who has fulfilled his mission. In his honor, you may consume the fruits and roots quickly and be on the move. The monkeys now entered the forest and began to consume the honey. Noticing it, Dadhimukha, the forest in charge, sent a body of his guards to ward them off. But the monkeys continued to consume the honey with sheer indifference. When the guards tried to use force, the monkeys resisted and retaliated by kicks and blows, reducing the guards to pulp, and kept on eating and drinking honey happily. Now Dadhimukha was the maternal uncle of Sugriva. Being extremely angry at the conduct of the monkeys, he, along with his forest guards, went to Sugriva to complain. Reaching there, he said, O Lord, the Madhuvana that you have been maintaining for such a long time has been laid to waste by Prince Angada and Hanuman. On hearing Dadhimukha's words, Sugriva was actually happy. He said, Maruti must have certainly discovered Sita. There is no doubt about it. Otherwise, who would have dared to even glance at my Madhuvana? Therefore, their action only indicates that Pavana Nandana has indeed succeeded in his mission. Delighted at these words of Sugriva, Rama asked, O king, what is it that you are talking about Sita? Sugriva replied, O Lord, it appears that Avanisutta Sita has indeed been located because all the monkeys, with Hanuman being the chief among them, have entered the Madhuvana and eaten everything there and are beating the guards. Unless they have achieved your purpose, they couldn't even dare to look at my Madhuvana. What to talk of eating fruits and drinking honey? Hence, it is certain that they have definitely seen Sita. Then, turning to his guards, Sugriva said, O guards, don't be afraid. Return to your place and communicate to Angada and others that it is my order that they return soon. The guards then went in haste and informed Hanuman and the others about Sugriva's order. On hearing these words, the monkey leaders quickly proceeded through the sky. With Hanuman and their heir apparent Angada leading them, they descended and landed on the ground in front of Rama and Sugriva. Hanuman then reported to Rama, I have seen Sita in a healthy condition. Then he first prostrated before Rama and next before Sugriva and continued, O great king, Janaki, who is submerged in sorrow, asked me about your welfare. She is kept in the Ashokavana underneath a Shimshapa tree, surrounded by a guard of Rakshasis. O great one, she has become lean because of abstinence from food. As she is fasting and feeling hopeless and hapless, she constantly laments and broods, calling out bemoaningly, O Rama, O Rama. I saw her dressed in soiled clothes, with locks unbraided. Seeing her in this pitiable condition, I tried to comfort her a little. Hiding myself in a diminutive form amidst the branches, I began to narrate your divine and glorious story in brief, beginning with your birth, your departure to the formidable forest of Dandaka, Ravana's abduction of Sita in your absence, your entering into an alliance with Sugriva, Vali's destruction, Sugriva's deputation of powerful and agile monkey teams in all directions, and the arrival of one of them, that is myself, in Lanka. All this I narrated. Further, I told her, I am the minister of Sugriva and the servant of Sri Rama. Overcoming great difficulties, and due to my good fortune, I have now been able to discover Janaki. Hearing these words of mine, Sita's eyes lit up immediately with joy. She said, Who is speaking all these words that are like nectar to my ears? If all this is true, then the one who spoke must appear before my eyes. So I presented myself and prostrated before Sita in the form of a small monkey, and with my folded hands stood at a little distance from her. I gave replies to the detailed questions she put to me about myself and all other matters. O great hero! Then I told her everything in chronological order, after which I presented to her the finger ring that you had sent with me. This convinced her and made her believe me completely. And then she said to me, O Hanuman, tell Rama what you have seen, the way I am living, being tormented day and night by these oppressing Rakshasis. I replied, O goddess, Sri Rama is also constantly thinking of you and is worrying day and night as he has no news about you. Returning to him immediately, I shall report everything. Be sure that after knowing the facts, Rama and Lakshmana, accompanied by Sugriva and his army of monkeys, will come to you. Destroying Ravana along with his whole tribe, Rama will take you back to his capital city. Now, please give me some token of recognition which will make Rama believe that I met you. She then gave me the Chudamani, or the crest ornament, from inside her locks, which was dear to her. Then she also told me about the crow incident which had taken place formerly at the Chitrakuta mountain. Then, with tears flowing down her eyes, she added, Convey my inquiries about his welfare to Rama. Ask Lakshmana to excuse me for my thoughtless and accusing words to him. Then, kindly do everything possible that may help Rama rescue me at the earliest. Saying this, Sita, being steeped in sorrow, began to weep. I tried to reassure her with words concerning you. Afterwards, O Rama, I made preparations to come back with the permission of the Devi. But before starting, I did something more. I destroyed the Ashokavana that was very dear to Ravana. Then I killed many Rakshasas, including a son of Ravana. I then got an opportunity to speak face to face with Ravana. Then, after setting fire to the whole of Lanka, I have come back to you quickly. Hearing these words of Hanuman, Rama was extremely delighted and told him, "You have done something that is very difficult even for the Devas to achieve. I do not know what good I can do for you in return. O Maruti, I now offer to you all that I have." Saying this, Rama, with tears in his eyes, pulled Hanuman near him and held him in his tight embrace and felt great delight. Then Raghava, who was ever enduring and munificent towards his devotees, told Hanuman, "O best among monkeys, in this world it is very rare for anyone to be embraced in this manner by me, the Supreme Soul. Therefore, you are most dear to me and are an ardent devotee of mine. By worshipping his lotus-like feet with tulsi leaves, one can attain the matchless Paramapadam or Vishnu Padam. What can one then say about the great privilege and great fortune of Vayuputra, who is the very embodiment of Punya and whose body was embraced by Sri Rama himself?" This sarga ends on this note. Let us proceed with the chanting now. अध्यात्म रामायणे सुन्दरकाण्डे पञ्चमः सर्गः। श्रीमहादेव उवाच ततः सीतां नमस्कृत्य हनुमानब्रवीद्वचः आज्ञापयतु मां देवी भवती रामसन्निधिं गच्छामि रामस्त्वां द्रष्टुम् आगमिष्यति सानुजः इत्युक्त्वा त्रिः परिक्रम्य जानकी मारुतात्मजः प्रणम्य प्रस्थितो गन्तुम् इदं वचनमब्रवीत् देवि गच्छामि भद्रन्ते तूर्णं द्रक्ष्यसि राघवम् लक्ष्मणं च ससुग्रीवं वानरायुतकोटिभिः ततः प्राह हनुमन्तं जानकी दुःखकर्षिता त्वां दृष्ट्वा विस्मृतं दुःखम् इदानीं त्वं गमिष्यसि इतः परं कथं वर्ते रामवार्ता श्रुतिं विना। मारुतिरुवाच यद्येवं देवि मे स्कन्धम् आरोह क्षणमात्रतः रामेण योजयिष्यामि मन्यसे यदि जानकी। सीतोवाच रामः सागरमाशोष्य बद्ध्वा वाशरपञ्जरैः आगत्य वानरैः सार्धं हत्वा रावणमाहवे मां नयेद्यदि रामस्य कीर्तिर्भवति शाश्वती अतो गच्छ कथं चापि प्राणान् सन्धारयाम्यहम् इति प्रस्थापितो वीरः सीतया प्रणिपत्यतां जगाम पर्वतस्याग्रे गन्तुं पारं महोदधेः तत्र गत्वा महासत्त्वः पादाभ्यां पीडयन् गिरिं जगाम वायुवेगेन पर्वतश्च महीतलं गतो महीसमानत्वं 30 योजनमुच्छ्रितः मारुतिर्गगनानन्तस्थो महाशब्दं चकारसः तं श्रुत्वा वानरा सर्वे ज्ञात्वा मारुतिमागतं हर्षेण महताविष्टाः शब्दं चक्रुर्महास्वनम् शब्देनैव विजानीमः कृतकार्यः समागतः हनुमानेव पश्यध्वं वानरा वानरर्षभम् एवं ब्रुवत्सु वीरेषु वानरेषु समारुतिः अवतीर्य गिरेर्मूर्ध्नि वानरानिदमब्रवीत् दृष्टा सीता मया लङ्का धर्षिता च सकानना सम्भाषितो दशग्रीवस्ततोऽहं पुनरागतः इदानीमेव गच्छामो रामः सुग्रीवसन्निधिम् इत्युक्ता वानरा सर्वे हर्षेणालिङ्घ्य मारुतिम् केचिच्चुचुम्बुराङ्गूलं नृतुः केचिदुत्सुकाः हनूमता समेतास्ते जग्मुः प्रस्रवणं गिरिं गच्छन्तो ददृशुर्वीरा वनं सुग्रीवरक्षितं मधुः संज्ञं तदा प्राहुः अङ्गदं वानरर्षभाः क्षुदिता स्मो वयं वीर देह्यनुज्ञां महामते भक्षयामः फलान्यद्य पिबामोऽमृतवन्मधु सन्तुष्टा राघवं द्रष्टुं गच्छामोऽद्यैव सानुजम् अङ्गद उवाच हनुमान् कृतकार्योऽयं पिबतैतत्प्रसादतः जक्षध्वं फलमूलानि त्वरितं हरिसत्तमाः ततः प्रविश्य हरयः पातुमारेभिरे मधु रक्षिणस्ताननादृत्य दधिवक्त्रेण नोदितान् पिबतस्ताडयामासुः वानरान् वानरर्षभाः ततस्तान् मुष्टिभिः पादैश्चूर्णयित्वा पपुर्मधु ततो दधिमुखक्रुद्धः सुग्रीवस्य समातुलः जगाम रक्षिभिः सार्धं यत्र राजा कपीश्वरः गत्वा तमब्रवीद्देव चिरकालाभिरक्षितं नष्टं मधुवनं तेद्य कुमारेण हनूमता श्रुत्वा दधिमुखेनोक्तं सुग्रीवो हृष्टमानसः दृष्ट्वा गतो न सन्देहः सीतां पवननन्दनः नो चेन्मधुवनं द्रष्टुं समर्थः को भवेन्मम तत्रापि वायुपुत्रेण कृतं कार्यं न संशयः श्रुत्वा सुग्रीववचनं हृष्टो रामस्तमब्रवीत् किमुच्यते त्वया राजन् वचः सीता कथान्वितं सुग्रीवस्त्वब्रवीद्वाक्यं देवदृष्टावनीसुता हनुमत्प्रमुखा सर्वे प्रविष्टा मधुकाननं भक्षयन्ति स्म सकलं ताडयन्ति स्म रक्षिणः अकृत्वा देवकार्यं ते द्रष्टुं मधुवनं मम न समर्थास्ततो देवी दृष्टासीतेति निश्चितं रक्षिणो वो भयं मास्तु गत्वा ब्रूत ममाज्ञया वानरानङ्गदमुखानानयध्वं ममान्तिकं श्रुत्वा सुग्रीववचनं गत्वा ते वायुवेगतः हनूमत्प्रमुखानूचुः गच्छतेश्वरशासनात् द्रष्टुमिच्छति सुग्रीवः स रामो लक्ष्मणान्वितः युष्मानतीव हृष्टास्ते त्वरयन्ति महाबलाः तथेत्यम्बरमासाद्य ययुस्ते वानरोत्तमाः हनुमन्तं पुरस्कृत्य युवराजं तथाङ्गदं रामसुग्रीवयोरग्रे निपेतुर्भुवि सत्वरम् हनुमान् राघवं प्राह दृष्टा सीता निरामया साष्टाङ्गं प्रणिपत्याग्रे रामं पश्चाद्धरीश्वरं कुशलं प्राह राजेन्द्र जानकी त्वां शुचान्विता अशोकवनिका मध्ये शिंशपामूलमाश्रिता राक्षसीभिः परिवृता निराहारा कृशा प्रभो हा राम राम रामेति शोचन्ती मलिनाम्बरा एकवेणी मया दृष्टा शनैराश्वासिता शुभा वृक्षशाखान्तरे स्थित्वा सूक्ष्मरूपेण ते कथां जन्मारभ्यतवात्यर्थं दण्डकागमनं तथा दशाननेन हरणं जानक्या रहिते त्वयि सुग्रीवेण यथा मैत्री कृत्वा वालिनिबर्हणं मार्गणार्थं च वैदेह्या सुग्रीवेण विसर्जिताः महाबला महासत्त्वा हरयोजितकाशिनः गता सर्वत्र सर्वे वै तत्रैकोऽहमिहागतः अहं सुग्रीवसचिवो दासोऽहं राघवस्य हि दृष्टा यज्जानकी भाग्यात् प्रयासः फलितोऽद्य मे इत्युदीरितमाकर्ण्य सीता विस्फारिते क्षणा केन वा कर्णपीयूषं श्रावितं मे शुभाक्षरं यदि सत्यं तदा यातु मद्दर्शनपथं तु सः ततोऽहं वानराकारः सूक्ष्मरूपेण जानकीं प्रणम्य प्राञ्जलिर्भूत्वा दूरादेव स्थितप्रभो पृष्टोऽहं सीतया कस्त्वम् इत्यादि बहुविस्तरं मया सर्वं क्रमेणैव विज्ञापितमरिन्दम पश्चान्मयार्पितं देव्यै भवद्दत्ताङ्गुलीयकं तेन मामतिविश्वस्ता वचनं चेदमब्रवीत् यथा दृष्टास्मि हनुमन् पीड्यमानादिवानिशं राक्षसीनां तर्जनैस्तत्सर्वं कथय राघवे मयोक्तं देवि रामोऽपि त्वच्चिन्ता परिनिष्ठितः परिशोचत्यहोरात्रं त्वद्वार्तां नाधिगम्य सः इदानीमेव गत्वाहं स्थितिं रामाय ते ब्रुवे रामश्रवणमात्रेण सुग्रीवेण स लक्ष्मणः वानरानीकपैः सार्धम् आगमिष्यति तेऽन्तिकं रावणं सकुलं हत्वा नेष्यति त्वां स्वकं पुरम् अभिज्ञां देहि मे देवी यथा मां विश्वसेद्विभुः इत्युक्ता सा शिरोरत्नं चूडापाशे स्थितं प्रियं दत्त्वा काकेन यद्वृत्तं चित्रकूटगिरौ पुरा तदप्याहाश्रुपूर्णाक्षी कुशलं ब्रूहि राघवं लक्ष्मणं ब्रूहि मे किञ्चिद्दुरुक्तं भाषितं पुरा तक्षमस्वाज्ञभावेन भाषितं कुलनन्दन तारयेन्मां यथा रामस्तथा कुरु कृपान्वितः इत्युक्त्वा रुदती सीता दुःखेन महतावृता मयाप्याश्वासिता राम वदता सर्वमेव ते ततः प्रस्थापितो राम त्वत्समीपमिहागतः तदा गमनवेलायाम् अशोकवनिकां प्रियाम् उत्पाट्य राक्षसांस्तत्र बहून् हत्वा क्षणादहं रावणस्य सुतं हत्वा रावणेनाभिभाष्य च लङ्कामशेषतो दग्ध्वा पुनरप्यागमं क्षणात् श्रुत्वा हनुमतो वाक्यं रामोऽत्यन्तप्रहृष्टधीः हनुमन्स्ते कृतं कार्यं देवैरपि सुदुष्करम् उपकारं न पश्यामि तव प्रत्युपकारिणः इदानीं ते प्रयच्छामि सर्वस्वं मम मारुते इत्यालिङ्ग्य समाकृष्य गाढं वानरपुङ्गवं सार्द्रनेत्रो रघुश्रेष्ठः परां प्रीतिम् अवापसः हनुमन्तमुवाचेदं राघवो भक्तवत्सलः परिरम्भो हि मे लोके दुर्लभः परमात्मनः अतस्त्वं मम भक्तोऽसि प्रियोऽसि हरिपुङ्गव यत्पादपद्मयुगलं तुलसीदलाद्यैः सम्पूज्य विष्णुपदवीमतुलां प्रयान्ति तेनैव किं पुनरसौ परिरब्धमूर्ति रामेण वायुतनयः कृतपुण्यपुञ्जः इति श्रीमध्यात्मरामायणे उमामहेश्वरसंवादे सुन्दरकाण्डे पञ्चमः सर्गः समाप्तमिदं सुन्दरकाण्डम्।